moving on to the session you'll be moderating for Gilbane San Francisco in May. I have you penciled in at P4, DITA as a high-tech strategy, plans and vision, and now that sounds like it'll be case studies or...
Yes, so we've said all along, I mean really for several years now, that we have just been so impressed with the uptake of DITA. Some of the largest organizations in the world are using DITA. We've written case studies about Adobe, Autodesk, Information Builders, I believe GE Medical Systems, maybe Siemens Medical Systems. I mean, you're talking about some of the largest industrial companies in the world, largest software companies in the world. And of course, it originated at IBM. Each year, at both of our conferences, both San Francisco and Boston, we've always had a DITA session because there's always interesting new case studies. Users love to hear from their peers about these kinds of things. So the session will really focus on that.
Okay, and now what kind of problems could be solved by using DITA? Just as a brief, not to go into too much detail, but just...
Sure. A great question. So, as many of you know, I mean, it grew out of software and hardware documentation, and that's where our case studies have focused on. But we're seeing it more and more outside of those sort of traditional boundaries of where it came. So, e-learning, commercial publishing, scientific publishing, and even there's a subgroup at Oasis that's studying the use of DITA for kind of everyday business documents. So. Really a lot of uses for it.
Excellent. And so it sounds like the types of businesses that would benefit by attending this session, it's an increasing market.
Absolutely. Yep. We had one of the largest financial services companies came to a tutorial we did last year on structured content in general using XML, but they were very interested in DITA, and part of the reason was they were asking themselves the question, if we were to try to structure our content in any one format, would it make it easier for our search engines? Would it make it easier for our content management systems? And would we get more uniform results for both the end users of their websites as well as the internal users? And I think you can make a very compelling case for exactly that